Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello everyone, welcome to the APWF. The Allied Powers Wrestling Federation is live here across the Indie Wrestling Network platforms. Whether you're joining us on the Indie Wrestling Network, on YouTube, or of course the Triple B Experience, we are live from the Kastle in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. It is October 26th, and we have yet another action-packed night from the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. My name's Jim Amata, and to get us kicked off, we have that young man, a spry young upstart that has been making a big impression across this region. Anthony Young makes his APWF debut.
All right, Castle. Weighing in at 230 pounds from State College, PA, the magnificent Gerard.
And there you see the opposition for Anthony Young in our opening matchup. Gerard Garrett, a young man that has been really blue chip since he started in this industry some 3-4 years ago. In just a few years, Gerard Garrett has got the independent wrestling world talking about him. Another young man that is making his APWF debut. And you have to wonder who will make that very important first impression here tonight in Johnstown. Jam-packed crowd here at the Kastle. They are happy to see Gerard Garrett, and of course Gerard Garrett happy to be here. Of course, on social media, use the hashtag APWF Nightmare because it is Nightmare at the Kastle. October 26th, we're going to get started with our opening bell here. As I said, two young men making their APWF debuts. And as this organization looks to grow in 2025, you have to wonder which one of these young men will put their name in the conversation of the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. These two very evenly matched in height and experience. Similar weight. We're going to see Gerard Garrett. He is known as a technician. Very, very smooth inside the ring ropes. Does not make a lot of mistakes. Does not take a lot of chances. Gerard Garrett is textbook of the term elementary but effective because everything he does is with purpose. And I believe we're seeing a little animosity between these two young athletes as we get started because as we know how important that first impression is. Another collar and elbow tie-up here. This time it's Anthony Young going to employ the side headlock. And trying to rough up Gerard Garrett early. That could be a smart strategy to try to throw the young man off of his game. And I believe Gerard Garrett playing some mind games here, going to slap on that side headlock once again to maintain control of the contest. Very wise wrestling by the young man. Both of these athletes out of the ICWA Wrestling Academy in Pittsburgh. They know each other very well. And I believe that's why you're seeing a cautious approach in the opening moments here. No one wants to make an early mistake. Up and over goes Gerard Garrett. What? Beautiful agility by Anthony Young. Up and over, but Gerard Garrett gets him with the hip lock. And one more time, very nicely done by Garrett. Good ring positioning. As I said, elementary but effective. Nice series of offense here. Garrett gonna hook that leg. Slight hesitation that time. Could have allowed Anthony Young to get that shoulder up. But man, is this Johnstown crowd really behind Gerard Garrett. Anthony Young gonna create a timeout here. That's also very wise by the youngster. Recalibrate, take some time to regroup, use the 10 count. And really what this is doing is slowing down the momentum that Gerard Garrett had built up early in this contest. And it looks like Gerard Garrett's gonna push the gas, man. He wants to go forward. He does not want to allow Anthony Young time to recover, and that could have been the strategy all along. Anthony Young suckered him in. Beautiful springboard. Smashed with the elbow. 2.5. That is how quick, how dynamic Anthony Young could be, because this matchup completely turned on a dime. And now we're seeing some aggression from Young. You saw just how quickly the complexion of this matchup has changed completely in the favor of Anthony Young. And now we're finding Gerard Garrett on defense here. And Anthony Young may be looking to win this matchup by any means necessary here. He's going to employ that 5 count, excuse me. As we know, Bubba Brewer, APWF management have a close eye on this matchup. And certainly we want to thank everyone that's bringing you this broadcast here at IndieWrestling.us. All of our sponsors. As Gerard Garrett gets shot off, and man, Anthony Young caught him right under the chin. Garrett could be seeing stars and is forced to kick out there. Should be mentioned here right from the start that this event tonight will be a fundraiser for the Donald J. Bennett Run for Wish. That's a Make-A-Wish fundraiser. Very worthwhile cause. APWF trying to impact the community along with providing this wrestling action here, as you're seeing two youthful youngsters go at it for the opportunity to make a name for themselves here in Johnstown. And again, we're seeing Anthony Young employ some of those roughneck tactics. Pick up. Extra torque for extra impact. The lumbar region gets wrenched, and again, Gerard Garrett forced to kick out, but those counts are getting closer and closer each time. You can tell that the offensive assault of Anthony Young is taking its toll on Gerard Garrett. And this is some wise strategy from Anthony Young, because right now he is the ring general inside those ring ropes, dictating the direction of the contest, grounding his opponent, not allowing Gerard Garrett any chance to recover. But Johnstown could be behind Gerard Garrett here. Referee right in there to check. Very, very well done. Not only does the APWF bring you some of the cream of the crop from in-ring wrestlers, but you have the cream of the crop with officials as well. Anthony Young avoids the contact. Gerard Garrett gets hung up. And man, what a kick right upside the face. And this one could be over very, very quickly. Brain buster suplex. Hooks that leg. But you gotta give Gerard Garrett credit. He is showing a lot of tenacity to sustain this amount of offense from Anthony Young. And the youngster could be sensing a lot of frustration here, because man, he hit Gerard Garrett with a home run shot with that kick to the face, followed up with that brain buster, and still couldn't get the 3 count, but he's going to get a 5 count to break that choke as he's trying to asphyxiate Gerard Garrett. Again, the frustration of Anthony Young continuing to mount here. Man, stiff uppercut rocks Gerard Garrett, who's in a bad way right here. Reversed by Garrett. Up and over goes Anthony Young. That's more of his trademark agility. And he got caught. Very precarious position. And Gerard Garrett let gravity do the work in that exchange. Look out, standing switch here. Counter by Gerard Garrett. And just clothesline Anthony Young out of his shoes. Both men hit the canvas. We are at a virtual stalemate in this exchange. Who is going to be the first to their feet? Who will have the advantage as we cruise toward the conclusion of this matchup? Anthony Young could be the first one to his feet, but he looks like he's seeing stars right now, as is Gerard Garrett. A hard-fought opening contest here in the APWF. And you want to talk about grit, we're seeing a lot of that from magnificent Gerard Garrett here. Shoots Anthony Young off. Oh, Garrett ducked his head and paid for it that time. Go behind here. Back and forth we go. Man, what a competitive opening contest. If this is any indication of what we're going to see here tonight, we certainly have a big evening ahead of us. And speaking of this big evening, let's not forget that big six-man tag main event, the Troublemakers against the Rad Boyz and a mystery partner. As Garrett makes contact in the corner, going for that signature gut wrench. What strength, what core strength by the young man, Gerard Garrett. Gut wrench, side salto. Hooks that leg. And just barely Anthony Young escapes. And now we're seeing the tables turn once again as Gerard Garrett sensing some frustration. And this could be Gerard Garrett going for a home run swing. He's digging deep in the playbook. He hooks Young up. Anthony Young out the back door. No. Once again, another near fall, but Gerard Garrett got checked right on the chin. Counter here. Man, Gerard Garrett just ran into a back elbow. He's seeing stars once again. And Garrett plants him, finally gets that full Nelson slam. Back press. Not enough weight on the shoulders that time. Anthony Young showing good ring presence. Knew where he was, knew to get his foot on that bottom rope. And I can't underestimate or understate how important it is to keep your eye on the prize. Gerard Garrett cannot allow himself to be distracted, cannot allow himself to get frustrated. You have to continue to push forward. Right now, he's essentially giving Anthony Young time to recover. Gerard has Anthony Young hooked up. Oh, wait a minute, that's a low blow outside of the referee's purview. Jumping enziguri kick upside the head. And that'll be the 3 count. Anthony Young has just stolen our opening matchup.
Anthony Young
in the record books, it's a win, but that low blow is what sealed the deal for Anthony Young. As we've said, APWF Nightmare, hashtag APWF Nightmare on social media. If you're watching us here on the Indie Wrestling Network, thank you very much for joining us. If you're watching us here on YouTube, make sure to head on over to indiewrestling.network, a 1-week free trial to see all the archives of all the independent wrestling action, RWA, 2PW, APWF, and more, all up there for $5.99 a month. But you can get that free trial for 7 days.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Let's call the first match. Our second match. We have from Jalisco, Mexico, Pegasa versus
Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah. March glide, ain't got no need. You can touch the sky, but you ain't got no need. Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah.
And there she is, the eccentric luchadora, Pagasa, the Mexican import that is just a 2-year pro, but she has made an impression everywhere she's gone. Another student out of the ICWA Wrestling Academy, Pagasa within the past 2 years has expanded her territory, wrestling all around the tri-state area, but she is yet another debut. One of the trademarks of the APWF is bringing in young new talent all the time, and Pagasa is certainly a commodity all her own. Very well versed in the Mexican or lucha libre style. You will see offense from every angle with Pagasa. Very unconventional and very successful.
from Dunbar, PA, Slammin Sammy. Slammin Sammy.
There she is, making her return to the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. We saw her back in August, and she became quickly adopted by this Johnstown crowd. She is the one and the only Slammin Sammy. A feel-good story if there ever was one. At just 18 years old, she is one of the most dedicated and one of the most determined young athletes I've ever seen. And that's not hyperbole. I have been in this wrestling business some 16 years, and Slammin Sammy wants it more than just about anybody. She spent several years practicing mixed martial arts. However, her true passion was professional wrestling. She started training at just 15 years old out of the Stronghold Academy through Rise Wrestling, and made her debut earlier this year, still in her rookie year of wrestling. Slammin Sammy could be one of those pro wrestling prodigies we're talking about for a long time. And there's the bell. We have women's action coming to the APWF. Once again, Nightmare at the Castle, October 26th, 2024. And Pagasa offering a handshake. I don't know if I would accept that if I was Sammy. As I said, Pagasa, not known for being very polite. She's very eccentric, very brash. But as I said, she has a reputation that precedes her. Immediately, Pagasa going to try to use her height advantage, put in that side headlock. As I said, Slammin Sammy practiced martial arts for several years. She started training to be a professional wrestler at the age of 15 and had debuted earlier this year in 2024. She had several karate tournament wins under her belt before she ever stepped into a wrestling ring. She spent some 2.5 years training at the Stronghold Academy under Pittsburgh legends Brandon Kay and Dean Radford. And I can tell you from my work through Rise Wrestling that Slammin Sammy has a reputation of being one of the students that is at every practice session. She lives to be inside that squared circle. The enthusiasm is truly infectious. Pagasa shoots her off here. And there you're seeing that movement and that positioning from that martial arts background. Sammy able to lower the boom on Pagasa. Inverted bulldog, and immediately Pagasa going to take a powder here, and that may be smart. And listen to this Johnstown crowd get behind Slammin Sammy. And Pagasa here, I believe, going to try to slow things down, and that's smart because we know that once Slammin Sammy gets rolling, momentum is her best friend inside those ring ropes. Now Pagasa using the referee as a shield and a blatant rake to the eyes, and this is just unnecessary here. Seeing that lucha influence with that drop kick. And Pagasa trying to tear the hair out from the roots of young Slammin Sammy. And Pagasa seems like she's making friends in Johnstown already. You can see the pain on the face of Slammin Sammy. She's in the corner where she does not want to be because the eccentric luchadora will continue to pour on the punishment. Let's not forget the last time that Slammin Sammy was in this building, she got knocked out by Lexus Synn. So as embraced and as adopted as Sammy has been by this Johnstown crowd, you know that she wants to get on that winning path here in the APWF. I don't think Pagasa is going to win any Miss Congeniality contest with that attitude. And the referee's going to have to employ some authority here, put that 5 count in because Sammy was being asphyxiated on the ring ropes here. Snapmares are out. And a kick to that lower lumbar region, the most susceptible spot to damage in the spine. And you want to know how intense Pagasa is. She's talking smack in there while she's beating her opponent. And she loves to do that. Loves to trash talk, and she throws a temper tantrum when she doesn't get her way, as you can see right there. And all the dedication in the world may not help Sammy here because she's being physically picked apart by Pagasa, who is not only trash talking Sammy, she's trash talking all of Johnstown right now. And I don't think Pagasa's request to quiet down this jam-packed audience are going to be well received. And I'm not sure what language Pagasa is screaming at her opponent in, but I believe that she's willing to talk trash in 2 different languages. Reversed by Sammy, big collision in the corner. And can Sammy rally enough here? Does she have enough left in the tank to make a comeback? Oh man, Pagasa avoids the contact. That shows you how fluid Pagasa is inside the ring. Again, going back to that Lucha Libre background with offense from different angles, Pagasa is really agile inside the ring ropes. And speaking of ring ropes, Sammy is on the ring ropes, precarious position. Pagasa charges, and I believe ran into the boot. One more time. DDT! Pagasa gets spiked! You gotta be kidding me. Cover here. Oh, 2.5. Sammy getting herself psyched up. We're gonna see if the rookie can really pour it on here. Wait a minute, go behind by Pagasa. Oh man, go behind by Pagasa, pulling the hair. Blatant hair pull, and Sammy's head bounced off the canvas like a basketball. Wait, roll up. She got her. That's the 3 count.
Your winner,
Egg on the face of Pagasa. She hesitated, she paid for it. Slamming Sammy with her first victory here in the APWF. What a wild matchup.
wow, that was a good one too.
And as we reset here for our next contest,
From Indiana, PA, just down the road, the world beater, weighing in at 323 pounds, Coleman.
and this is a matchup, a late addition to this card. Ashton Day and Chris Onyx could not make it here tonight, but Coleman, who we saw as part of Team Tap Out in their emotional final tag matchup, Dawn Form, at the side of Coleman. They battled it out with the Rad Boys at S&T Bank Arena back in June 30th to be exact. Coleman, one of the driving forces behind the APWF, is also one big bad individual inside those ring ropes that still competes regularly. Gonna step back into the APWF here.
Weighing in at 170 pounds from Wylder West, Shelby Wylder.
4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shelby Wylder. Looks like he's here to have a good time. I don't know if Coleman feels that same way. You know, for the Halloween season, I wonder if that horse is Pepe. Referee Mark Charles III, the count. Great to see him here in the APWF. And Let's Get Wild, says Johnstown. Here we are, Coleman, Shelby Wylder. These two did not have time to prepare or scout one another. This matchup, a late edition added earlier this afternoon. And immediately, Coleman shows his power. He is a real roughneck. Despite being a tag team specialist, he has also won singles gold throughout the area. In addition to being a former APWF tag champion, I believe that he and Don Fuller, former Renegade Wrestling Alliance tag champions as well several years ago. And this is very wise strategy by Shelby, going to try to stick and move. You don't want to try to match power or strikes with Coleman. And you want to talk about physical domination, Coleman was able to just swallow Shelby up in the corner there. But again, Shelby very, very quick. It's what he's going to have to do. Cannot allow yourself to be boxed in by the powerhouse, Coleman. And Mark Charles, living up to his name, quite literally laying down the count. Shelby gets sent off, hit hard, avoids the contact, nicely done. Shelby could be going for a home run swing early. Oh man, he got caught. And one of the founding members of Team Tap Out is going to lay down some brutality right here. But what agility from Shelby, lands on his feet. Coleman doesn't realize it. He does now. Look out. Tilt-a-whirl satellite head scissor. You want to talk about grasping an opportunity? Shelby could do just that right here. But again, Coleman showing that pure power. Competition personified, man. I don't think Shelby should turn his back on Coleman. And that is how quick things can turn here in the APWF. And I believe Coleman now has this one firmly in control after a brief flurry from Shelby. And this is the pace that Coleman has really made his career out of. Very methodical, very deliberate, with a lot of brute force like you're seeing right there. And Coleman looks like a carnivore in there, just circling his prey. But you gotta admire the toughness of Shelby here. Wylder is not gonna stay down. He may be put down, but that's a whole different situation. And I think Shelby is seeing stars right now. And Coleman with almost an expression of disdain that Shelby Wylder is continuing to fight here. Oh man, Wylder got bull rushed. Pure domination from Coleman so far, showing you why he is such a seasoned veteran, such an accomplished veteran, knows what to do and when to do it. Notice he's not leaving any space between himself and Shelby Wylder, not allowing Wylder any chance to generate any momentum. And being boxed in the corner with Coleman is not where you want to be. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that either. And I got to give Shelby some credit here because I thought that one was over. The way that Coleman can hoist around an opponent is scary powerful. And speaking of scary, I believe that's what Mark Charles III is experiencing right now. And Shelby going to fight with a sense of urgency because, quite frankly, that's what he needs to do. Jawjacker. Shelby going to try to mount a comeback here. We're going to see how much the Cowboy has left. How many shots does that 6-shooter have? And Wylder cannot get the big man off of his feet. Quite literally a mountainous equation. Launching his body even. And Coleman is just staggered. There we go. Gonna change levels and chop the tree down. Innovative leg drop. Hooks that leg. Two and a half. Mark Charles, one of the best in the area, was right there to see those shoulders. Reversed by Coleman using his weight advantage. Oh, man. Shelby got caught, very precarious position. He is at the mercy of the merciless Chris Coleman. And you saw the body ricochet on impact. Good night. And that is a prime example of why they call that man the world beater. Because you wind him up, he'll put him down. No finesse, all impact. Chris Coleman victorious here in the APWF. Once again, if you're watching us here on YouTube on the Indie Wrestling Network, use that hashtag APWF Nightmare to let us know what you think of all this action.
All right, John.
Hey, it's Roadkill. And it's Fireball.
Get ready for the next match, established in Pittsburgh. Split line weight of 465 pounds.
Speaking of Fireball, I do accept gifts.
Mike Bonner and RJ Booker, they are the Brotherhood.
We've talked about debuts all night. And a debuting tag team here. The Brotherhood, Mike Bonner and RJ Booker. Pittsburgh born and Pittsburgh bred. These two young men have made a statement outside of the APWF, but they know that here tonight in Johnstown at the Kastle, this is where they have a chance to expand their territory even further. The Brotherhood have been staples of Prospect Pro Wrestling. But again, expanding their territory, their reputation has earned them this opportunity here in the APWF. So we're going to see if these two young, inspiring athletes can make the most of it.
Weighing in at 380 pounds, from Honolulu, Hawaii, Johnny Hola and Oliver Gray.
on a brisk October evening. We're going to get some sunny vibes from Johnny Mahalo, Oliver Gray, a few more athletes out of the ICWA Wrestling Academy that have just started wrestling this year, but have already had many pro wrestling pundits take notice. Obviously very flashy and a lot of bravado, but the bottom line is that bell's gonna ring and we're gonna see two young tag teams that want to make their mark. Again, high competition here in the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. The Brotherhood, Mike Bonner, the powerhouse of the team. RJ Booker, known to be the aerial artist at times. Oliver Gray and Johnny Mahalo not making friends or fans here so far in Johnstown, but there's the bell. Tag team action underway. Once again, my name's Jim Amato. Thank you for joining us here, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on IndieWrestling.network. Of course, I want to take time to let everyone know that proceeds from this event are going toward the Make-A-Wish fundraiser, the Donald J. Bennett Run for Wish. Make-A-Wish, a great organization, as you know. And it's great that the APWF wants to impact Johnstown in a positive manner. Johnstown has really shown up for us, really supported the APWF, and we want to return that in kind. Right now, Bonner able to work his way out of the waist lock using his power advantage on Mahalo, but Mahalo in his young career has been very technically savvy inside the ring. But again, pure power going to overwhelm him here. Bonner shoots him off, up and over. And that's what I'm talking about. Mahalo, he held on and was able to use his technical prowess to out-wrestle the big man in that exchange. Very nicely done. And of course, Mahalo very proud of himself. But you can't hesitate in professional wrestling. You're going to end up looking up at the lights. And I believe Mahalo and Gray are creating a timeout here. You know, it's an election year, but given the reception, I don't think that Oliver Gray or Mahalo are going to be running for office, at least anywhere near Johnstown. And Mahalo cannot allow this Johnstown crowd to get under his skin because the Brotherhood, as I said, check all the boxes. RJ Booker is a young man that has just needed an opportunity to really spread his wings and fly. The APWF could be that opportunity for both Booker and Bonner, collectively known as the Brotherhood. You can see Oliver Gray showing wisdom beyond his years as he's keeping his shoulders off of the canvas because that's where you can be pinned, that's where you can lose the matchup. Gray works his way back up to a vertical base. Reversing the headlock. Man, I believe he hit Booker right between the eyes. Nice vertical leap. And Booker returned the favor. Booker knows how to throw those hands. Out goes Mahalo. Aloha, hello, and goodbye is Johnny Mahalo. Back in here, RJ going to try to continue to press forward. Quick tags, good sign of tag team wrestling. Tandem offense, nicely done. Bonner let gravity do the work right there. And I believe Oliver Gray inadvertently gave himself a respite from the offense of the Brotherhood, but he may not have been aware of where he was as he collapsed to the floor here in the Kastle. Bonner giving chase. Mahalo quite literally on the run. Watch out, Sorg. Our ringside cameraman's going to get dizzy following this action. Oh, man. Nicely done, but Gray and Mahalo just had the Brotherhood collide right there. I think the Brotherhood's dizzy. I'm dizzy from watching that one. But Mahalo was very, very smart. Got Mike Bonner back in the ring because, again, that's where you win the matchup. You're not going to win it on the floor. Gray here going to try to press the advantage on Bonner, but Bonner is very, very close to his corner here. And there you're seeing Oliver Gray put himself between Bonner and RJ Booker. Preventing that tag, creating a barrier is really the key to tag team wrestling. Cutting that ring in half is tag team 101. And again, taking Bonner back to the opposing corner. Johnny Mahalo going to pick the bones, going to get the cheap shots in. Nice knee strike. They may not be the most ethical tag team, but they're certainly effective right now. Look out. And now we're seeing the double team from Mahalo and Gray. Nice snap suplex. Again, you're seeing Mahalo put himself between the Brotherhood. No tag was made. And this is smart, targeting the ribs and the back. Bonner here going to try to rally. We're going to find out how much gas he has left. But really favoring that lower back, that lumbar region. As we've said, the most susceptible spot to damage in the back. And that's no accident. Mahalo knows what he's doing in there. Mahalo still in his rookie year of wrestling, but as I said, a lot of pundits are predicting a very bright future for both Mahalo and Gray, quite frankly. Going to try to sap the energy out of Bonner. That's very, very smart. The big man going to try to work his way back up to a vertical base. And he just planted Gray to the canvas. And now Bonner is getting mugged. I understand the frustration from RJ Booker, but he's not doing his partner any favors here. And this front face lock, again, just trying to wear down Mike Bonner. Trying to sap the energy and the strength from the bigger opponent. And here's where you can see tag team strategy 101 really being employed that I referenced earlier. But Mahalo may have made a very critical mistake because RJ Booker is begging for a tag on the ring apron. And Oliver Gray intercepts. The referee better assert some authority here. Oh, man. Mahalo lowered the boom and did it with style right there. RJ Booker still on the floor. He hit very, very hard. The Brotherhood are in a bad way right now. More tandem offense from Mahalo and Gray. Diving lariat. Cover here, 2.5. And I don't know if Bonner is going to have enough wherewithal here because he just collided with Gray in the center of the ring. And again, Oliver Gray in between Booker and Bonner. Again, RJ is begging for that tag. Pivotal point in this tag team contest. And he makes that tag. In comes RJ. RJ hitting anything that moves right here. Backdrop driver. And a textbook spine buster. The Brotherhood could be on their way to a successful debut in the APWF. Big collision in the corner. And the Brotherhood is cooking in Johnstown. And Bonner cut him in half. No, Mahalo in for the save. It's breaking down now. All 4 athletes in that ring. Oh man, the power again by Bonner. Suplex floors Mahalo. And now we have RJ Booker is the legal man. Chin checker by Oliver Gray. Shoulders down. He got him. After a wild tag team matchup that spilled in the ring, that spilled out of the ring, that spilled back out of the ring, the Brotherhood are victorious in their APWF debut. And I believe we're going to get ready to go to our intermission here. So stick with us. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching here on YouTube, if you're watching on IndieWrestling.network, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Stay here for the second half of the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation Nightmare at the Castle.
200 pounds, trending worldwide, the social media icon, Jarvis.
Here we are. I think Jarvis and Noir are going to. We're back. We are here. Hello, everyone. Second half. Let me try that again. Everything I just said the past 2 minutes, I'm going to repeat myself here. Welcome. Welcome back here to the APWF at the Castle. My name's Joe Mata. Intermission here, second half. Christian Noir, a student of Dean Radford. Tad Jarvis, a student out of the Rise Wrestling Academy under the Pittsburgh legend Brandon Kay. Tad Jarvis currently one half of the Rise Wrestling Tag Champions. Christian Noir is the Rise Ascension Champion. So these are two championship caliber athletes. Squaring off here in the APWF, of course, we saw Christian Noir win the Fight Society Championship at our event back in June. He defeated the Rev Ron Hunt for that. So Noir has already made a footprint here in the APWF, looking to expand that here. Jarvis loves to have fun, loves to have a good time. And I want to give a shout out to my comrades, Doc Doherty and Declan Finnegan. Could not be here with some family commitments, but I'm thinking about them. Hopefully they're thinking about me wherever they are. Right now, we're going to get this chance to call some high quality professional wrestling. You're seeing two athletes in the prime of their careers. Big collision in the corner from Jarvis. Let's not forget, as you're tuning in here, Elijah Dean, Gorgeous Gregory still to come. Johnstown's own Sam Handeman on the card, and a gigantic six-man tag main event. Man, Jarvis got caught. Oh, Noir charging in. Korea, whoa, lowered the boom on Jarvis. Trying to asphyxiate his opponent. And of course, we want to mention our sponsors, JT Toys and Collectibles. Of course, a lot of local businesses here supporting the effort of the APWF here in Johnstown. The Donald J. Bennett Run for Wish, a fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, benefiting from the proceeds of this event as well, which is obviously, it goes without saying, a great organization, great efforts from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And quite frankly, and I mean this with all sincerity, I'm very happy to be associated with the APWF and their efforts to impact the community positively through professional wrestling. As Jarvis here really going to try to rally back. Christian Noir, one of the most macabre and one of the most dangerous athletes that you're going to find anywhere. As right now, he's just throttling Jarvis. Textbook snap suplex just buried Jarvis into the canvas that time. Hooks that leg here. And of course, if you're watching us on IndieWrestling.network, the Indie Wrestling US YouTube channel or the Triple B Experience YouTube channel, thank you for joining us. Make sure to use the hashtag APWF Nightmare to let us know that you're watching. And it could be a nightmare for Jarvis as he just hit the floor very, very hard. And I don't think that Christian Noir would be a good influence on the youth of America, I'll say that much. Well, you definitely cannot put your hands on a wrestler, that's for sure. And that gave Jarvis the opportunity to rally back here. And you heard the thud, the smack of the flesh telling you the story there. And man, Jarvis got posted. Noir is an athlete that really thrives on pain and getting the opportunity to hurt his opponents. Lateral press here, hooks that leg, shoulders down, finds 2.5. And Christian Noir, I've described him as a kamikaze throughout several portions throughout his career because he will put his body on the line to hurt an opponent. And I believe that's why you're seeing Jarvis fight back with such vigor because he knows he's in danger in there. Beautifully done by Jarvis, could be enough. 2.5. You know, in terms of personality, I believe that Jarvis and Noir are about as diametrically opposed as you can be. Noir with that macabre face paint and Jarvis with Toy Story tattoos all over. Jumping enziguri kick. Could be going for a cover here. Lateral press. Not enough body-on-body contact. You can see some of that fun-loving artwork on Jarvis as Noir trying to take a bite out of his opponent. It's something from the Tyson playbook there. I don't know. Jarvis avoids the contact. Noir does not. And here you're really seeing where it's gonna determine who's gonna be victorious here. As these two athletes, and that's that kamikaze mentality. Noir using his skull as a weapon. Pivotal point here as Noir just steamrolled Jarvis. We're really going to see who's going to take the advantage and eventually the victory in this matchup. Jarvis looks like he's on Dream Street right now. great camera work from the great Mike Sword, getting you all the action there. And I believe even the referee is a little intimidated to step in front of Noir there. And I can't blame him, because if you can look at the look on that face, you can see the intimidation factor. Jarvis rolls through. Momentum is the best friend of Tad Jarvis. He's made a career out of this. He's won championships out of this. Sends Noir up and over here. Jarvis off the top, hooks that leg, could be all. No. We're going to see a war of attrition here. And Jarvis could finally be going for that home run swing. Oh, look out. Oh, man. Noir let gravity do the work. Dropped Jarvis right on the back of his head. And like a pit bull, Noir latching on with the crossface. Gonna twist to get toward the neck, the shoulder of Tad Jarvis. And Jarvis is on an island. He is in the center of that ring with nowhere to go. And look at Noir just continuing to wrench back. Jarvis here. That was defensive as much as it was offensive. Jarvis out of nowhere with the spear was able to take Noir down, but look at Noir. A real ring general. He knew where he was and rolled out of bounds. Very, very smart from Christian Noir. He is as meticulous as he is devious. He is so cerebral, both inside and in this case, outside of the ring ropes. And outside the ring, maybe Noir's territory, as unorthodox as he is. But Jarvis showing the signs of being a true pro, getting Noir back in the ring because that's where you can win the matchup. Jarvis elevates Noir. Out the back door. Oh, man. Blindside shot. And that is it. He knocked Jarvis out cold. That is how devious, that is how dangerous Christian Noir is. It took just one shot for him to put Jarvis down to the canvas. As we said, Jarvis a bit of a tag team specialist, but just got dragged underwater here in singles competition. And the Bayou Bully again making his mark here in the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. Coming up next, Johnstown's own, the handyman, Sam Handeman. Let's go back to our ring announcer, Shane. Once again, use that hashtag APWF Nightmare here on social media. If you're watching us here on YouTube, whether it be through the Triple B experience, make sure you subscribe. The boss, Bad Bubba Brewer, has both a Steelers Dynasty podcast and a pro wrestling podcast.
Weighing in at 215 pounds out of Youngstown, Ohio, Dior Castro.
Castro has been wrestling just 3 years. A very brash young man with that picture-perfect moniker. Making his APWF debut here. Castro is not one short on confidence. We saw his opponent, the handyman, Handeman, have a joyous debut in his hometown back in August when we were in this building. Castro looking to change that here tonight, October 26th. Of course, we want to thank all of the Johnstown faithful that showed up here in those costumes, very festive for Halloween. Thank everyone watching us here live, spending your Saturday night with us.
Weighing in at 175 pounds, plus a toolbox and a lunch pail. From just a few miles down the pike from the old steel mill, the handyman, Handeman.
He is as blue collar as they come. Works all day, wrestles all night. Only a 5-minute commute to the castle for the handyman, Sam Handeman. A contractor by trade. He is as salt of the earth as they come, as humble as they come. A young man that's only been wrestling about 2 years. But when he's in there, the people can really feel that blue collar energy. I think the handyman might be able to run for mayor. That's who I'm going to endorse. I'm going to endorse Sam Handeman for whatever political office he runs for. Should be noted that Sam Handeman is such a gentleman. He actually helped put our ring together today, using all of his skills. You can see he's checking his work here. Those ring ropes are up to code. And Handeman has had a lot of fanfare, as you can see with his introduction. But clearly, when that bell rings, Castro wants to play spoiler here. Now, not only is Sam Handeman very blue collar, very humble young man, as a legitimate licensed contractor. His work gear also doubles as his wrestling gear. Kind of the opposite end of the spectrum of Castro, who has all that custom gear, very nicely done. Handeman's in there with that flannel, that $5 t-shirt, those pants he got on sale for $8, that belt that was on sale for $3. And I believe Handeman is checking the tension of those ring ropes. Obviously that's important. Mark Charles going to supervise, I guess. I guess I'd make Mark Charles the foreman in this situation. And now I believe that maybe everything's been secured. Sam's going to find out here. Then we're going to get this contest underway. APWF action at the Castle in Johnstown. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. Follow the boss, Bad Bubba Brewer on Facebook. Sam being very conscientious, going to try to double check his work, but he turned his back on Castro. You can't do that in professional wrestling. Handeman paid for it. Castro going to try to drive all the air out of the handyman with those body shots. Shoots him in here, hit the buckle hard, and it withstood that impact. Castro showboated, ran into a back elbow. That may be the one chink in the armor of Castro. He checks all the boxes as a young athlete with potential in business, but his ego is the size of this building. Two work boots right to the face. The handyman with that steel mill background. The late legendary Grandpa Plamato was a steel mill worker for some 35 years. And I believe that's why so many within this region of the United States can really identify with the handyman. And the handyman is hammering down with those back elbows right to the collarbone. Bulldog here. This could be a short night for Castro. Got that right shoulder up. The handyman didn't quite have the weight evenly distributed, allowing Castro to kick out. Takes the powder to the outside, and that's smart, breaking the momentum, but the handyman's going to pursue his opponent here. Castro didn't see him, but he does now. Handyman back up on the apron. You can't turn your attention away. I'm not here to criticize, but that was a mistake as Castro exploited the advantage. Some things illustrate themselves in the pain etched on the face of the handyman. Tells you that story. Huge lariat from Castro floors Handeman that time. Ironically, Castro is not the worst person I've seen do that, but that's a whole other situation. Comes the line. Man, Castro was pinpoint on that one. Caught him right under the chin. And I'm not sure that antagonizing this crowd is wise for Castro. Handeman is born and bred in that blue-collar nature, as we've said. He doesn't need any extra motivation, but Johnstown may give it to him. And you heard the thud that time. That $6 t-shirt that we mentioned before did nothing to shield the impact that time, as Castro continuing to jaw jack with Johnstown. And again, I'm not here to criticize because Castro is ultra talented, but he is really taking the time to boast, to brag. He's going to work his way out of a victory is what he's going to do. And I believe this is more insult to injury than anything else. Trying to make the handyman look foolish in his hometown. Sam hit very, very hard that time. And again, this braggadocious nature, I'm going to be honest, is going to cost Castro. He's not following up. We've seen the talent, but I don't know about this game plan or this right here. You know what? I'm just going to say it. The level of competition here in the APWF, as you've seen all night here, is just too high. You're not going to win a matchup with a foot on the chest. It's just not going to happen, which is why the handyman is running back here. And Castro using that ponytail to take the handyman back down to the canvas. And of course, referee Mark Charles III admonishing Castro. Gonna try to cinch up the handyman here. And this is what I'm talking about. You can see the strength of Castro. He's showing you all those characteristics he has as a talented young professional. It looks like 6 o'clock, and somewhere Anthony Kingdom James would be smiling about that one. Referee Mark Charles III going to check in on Sam. I don't know, Sam may not have much left, unfortunately, because he is being meticulously picked apart by the opposition here. Johnstown going to try to rally the handyman. He's going to fire back here, works his way back up to a vertical base. Could be going for that trademark double axe handle. Oh no, Castro caught him. Castro caught him. And planted him. Very lackadaisical cover. Again, things like that will not get it done in the APWF. There are no shortcuts. There are no easy matchups. It's just not going to happen. Bubba Brewer and APWF management put too much time and too much energy into bringing in top talent to this promotion. You're just not going to get an easy victory. It's just not going to happen. Sorry, pal. We're live, pal, and you're wasting time because right now the handyman is getting the chance to recover. In fact, Castro somehow thinks he won the damn thing. I'm not sure where Sam went at this point, but I can tell you for sure that Castro is not the winner of this matchup at this point. And not only do I not know where Sam Handeman is, neither does Castro. And I believe Castro just got himself counted out. Hey, wait a minute. I think Sorg just spotted Sam he was in the crowd. He was disguised with one of those Halloween masks. Was that a chicken mask or a duck mask? I can't tell. There's the axe handle. And again. What in the wide world of sports is going on in the castle? Double axe handle off the top. Go for it, Sam. And now we've got the handyman questioning himself. If the axe handle doesn't do it, I don't know what Sam's gonna have to do. Castro shrugs him off. And just digging into the face, being admonished by Mark Charles. Discus lariat may have taken Handeman out of his shoes. I don't know what the curfew is at the castle, but we may be fighting all night here. And Castro's answer may be able to take a high risk here. Going to leave his feet voluntarily, and he paid for it. Diving axe handle one more time. And the handyman has done it. Give it up one time for the handyman. Victorious one more time in his hometown. And thank you for joining us here live. Sam is officially a duck for Halloween. Sometimes I wonder what the duck is going on, but we just got our answer. Sam Handeman victorious.
Special shout out. Let's get this serious right now. We have a fan that couldn't make it here tonight. Not because of illness or injury, but because they're geographically challenged. Mark is watching us from Australia.
Hey, Mark from Australia.
Give it
Let's give him a shout out. Thank you for joining us from Australia. I think it's late there, or early morning. Thank you for joining us, Mark from Australia. Seriously, this is what we're international on the Indie Wrestling Network, on YouTube, the Triple B Experience, Indie Wrestling US YouTube.
Yes, that's right. Say it again. That's right. Cheers Nation Australia. Go. Check them out. They like the Steelers in Australia. So, without any further ado,
Aussie.
okay, here we go. At 215 pounds, from Dimebox, Texas, the Handeman, Elijah Dean.
Making his Allied Powers wrestling debut. A true thoroughbred. The best of the best in the Steel City. The Man-Dime Elijah Dean, 25 years old, has checked all of the boxes. A prime talent, a prime athlete, who is regarded as one of the absolute best anywhere. A former International Wrestling Cartel Heavyweight Champion, a former Rise Wrestling Tag Team Champion, alongside Zach Nystrom, a former AIW Tag Team Champion alongside Zach Nystrom. Quite frankly, Elijah Dean checks absolutely all of the boxes. Size, speed, agility, power. But the very same things could be said about gorgeous Gregory, because the things that people were saying about Elijah Dean 3 years ago, they are saying about the potential of one gorgeous Gregory right now. If there was ever a case of a top-tier talent like Elijah Dean seeing a reflection of his younger self in a wrestling ring, it would be this young man, gorgeous Gregory, and that is why this is a matchup that I believe could steal the entire show here this evening at the Castle.
I'm feeling good.
Gregory just a 2-year pro, but he started training for this industry at just 16 years old. Gregory is a true example of a pro wrestling prodigy. Someone that was made from the ground up, built for success. Born and bred to be a professional wrestler. But as I said, all of those same things can be said about Elijah Dean, and were said about Elijah Dean in the early stages of his career.
Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean.
As I said, Elijah Dean, former heavyweight champion, former tag team champion in multiple promotions. He has excelled in every aspect of the game. Elijah Dean, a student of the longtime veteran one, Chris LaRusso. Shout out to LaRusso. He's a 20-year pro in his own right, and one of LaRusso's shining accomplishments as a trainer was being a teacher of both Elijah Dean and, of course, Zach Nystrom, who we've seen in APWF before. The Man-Dime, aside from his extensive accomplishments as a professional wrestler, is a certified personal trainer, and you can see that he puts the work in on his physique in the gym each and every day. As I said, the things that pro wrestling pundits are saying about Gorgeous Gregory and his potential right now, they were saying about Elijah Dean some 3 years ago. If there was ever a time that Elijah Dean could be wrestling his younger self inside that squared circle, it could be right now against one Gorgeous Gregory. Gregory, based out of central Pennsylvania, but has really spread his wings, has wrestled in Pittsburgh, into West Virginia, down into Kentucky as well. Of course, Elijah Dean all over the independent scene. And with as talented as these two athletes are, we could be talking about this contest for a very, very long time. Collar and elbow tie-up gets us started. Side headlock from the man dime. And you can see that Gregory immediately looking for an escape. Shoots Dean off. And there you're seeing that mirror image, represented right there. Elijah Dean does have the experience advantage. Look for him to employ that here. Maybe playing some mind games here. Going to step out onto the apron. Going to let Gregory know that the match will take place on the man dime's terms, on Elijah Dean's time, not the other way around. A subtle form of ring generalship from Elijah Dean. But Gregory right back to that side headlock, elementary but effective. Shoots him off here, and once again, a virtual stalemate. And I believe that right there was Gregory letting Dean know that he will not be intimidated. It goes without saying that the cardiovascular conditioning of these two will not be a factor. You better pack a lunch because these two can wrestle all night. Could be going for that Greco-Roman knuckle lock, that test of strength. Elijah Dean has made a point to bulk up for this matchup. A lot of lean muscle from Gorgeous Gregory to try to maintain the speed that you're seeing right here. Gregory able to keep the man dime off balance, keep him off his feet, and forcing Elijah Dean to create a timeout for himself on the outside. The man dime asking our official, one Pat Michael, to check Gregory again. I believe that's just, again, some mind games, trying to keep Gregory off balance, and that'll do it right there too. But Gregory ducks it, and this time rolls over the man dime. Very few guys can do that to Elijah Dean. Textbook snap suplex. And Gregory going to press forward here, going to press the advantage. Not going to allow the man dime to create yet another timeout. The youngster going to take the fight to the veteran. And right now, I don't know if Elijah Dean knows he's in Johnstown, Funky Town, or anywhere else. And there may be a brief mistake, some inexperience, because Gregory turned his back on Elijah Dean before he entered the ring. And Elijah Dean, like a shark, like a pit bull, going to go after that knee, and it could be that simple. That one mistake could completely change the direction of this matchup. Elijah Dean is absolutely a carnivore inside those ring ropes. You do not amass his resume without that mentality. And now trying to fish hook the face, just nasty. This may be the strategy for Elijah Dean to drag the young, gorgeous Gregory to rough waters, trying to rough up the young prodigy, gorgeous Gregory. And that left knee, excuse me, that left knee may be the chink in the armor. Notice how measured the approach is from the man dive. No wasted motion, very precise. Everything Elijah Dean does is designed to be the utmost effective that it can be. And as gorgeous Gregory is clutching that knee, the man dime was grinning like a Kesher cat because he knows he has this one well in hand right now. But gets set off. It takes just 3 seconds. And the man dime just clobbering gorgeous Gregory there. Let's be honest here. The man dime will not allow anyone to make their name at his expense. The man dime knows his reputation, both as notorious and as accomplished as it is. He will not allow anyone to make their name at his expense. Let's be honest here. This is a very anticipated matchup. Many fans from many different areas have been anticipating this matchup. And if gorgeous Gregory gets a win, it could certainly boost his career even more so on the upward trajectory that it already has. But Elijah Dean is such a student of the game to go along with his physical tools. He is a real ring general and in many ways has a PhD in ring psychology. Like that right there, taking nearly all of the referee's 5 count to try to asphyxiate gorgeous Gregory over that second rope there. And just standing on the knee, which has so many susceptible spots for damage there. The MCL, the ACL, the meniscus, the patella tendon could all be in jeopardy in that situation. Man dime could be unintentionally firing up gorgeous Gregory. And Gregory's going to fire back. He may be on borrowed time with that knee, but Gregory's going to take a swing while he still has some left in the tank. And by swings, you can see those clotheslines right there. Can't quite drive through the way he wants to because of the damage to that knee. Shoulders down. And you can see the determination etched on the face of Gregory. He can barely put any weight on that knee. Man dime counters out. Gregory shrugs him off. Tuck under here. Michinoku driver. Upset, upset. No. You don't get any closer than that. And gorgeous Gregory could be inching closer and closer to the biggest victory of his young career. Wait a minute, Elijah Dean hung on. Bottom dropped out of Gregory. And again, Elijah Dean like a pit bull latching on with that figure 4. And you can see the pain etched all over the face of Gregory. The agony shooting through the body of the youngster right here. Gregory has the ropes. Elijah Dean did not want to release that hold. And this is unnecessary as the man time with the steel chair. Could be risking disqualification here. Clearly, the man dime a little frustrated that he cannot put Gorgeous Gregory away. And unfortunately, if Gregory waffles the man dime with that chair, he's going to lose this matchup. And I believe the man dime is trying to get the disqualification for the victory. Oh, whoa, bottom drops out. Referee never saw it, but the damage is done. The man dime steals one.
The man dime.
Living up to that notorious reputation, the bottom line is this: the man dime successful in his APWF debut. And such a disappointing night for that man right there. I have to think that Gorgeous Gregory will be a part of the plans for the APWF in 2025. And of course, to stay up to date on all of the news from the APWF, APWFWrestling.net, Allied Powers Wrestling Federation on Facebook. Bad Bubba Brewer, our boss on Facebook as well, for all the information as we roll into 2025 next.
Weighing in at the bottom weight of 665 is Lexus, Synn, Tyler Brooks, Canaan, Kristopher, and Glenn Spectre. They are the Troublemakers.
The true pro wrestling roughnecks, Canaan Kristopher, Tyler Brooks, the proteges of the longtime veteran, the students of that man, one Glenn Spectre, and let's not forget the savage Lexus Synn, the real wild card in this matchup. Lexus Synn, we saw her knock out Slammin Sammy with a high kick back in August. This may be a six-man tag match, but Lexus Synn is the true wild card at ringside.
No, you idiot! I said play! Let me explain something to you, you feel that comes from that. I do the intros around here. Big boss baby! Big boss baby! Big boss baby! Hey, you lamb-bound walrus, sit down! Nobody after you, human beanbag chair, sit down! All right, this is how it is! You trashy Johnstown losers! Hey, girl, get off the phone!
special tag member that's going to be able to help you out.
That's right, because there is no one bigger, there is no one better, and there is no one better than the three of us. And I promise you two bozos, you can't bring anybody in here who stands a chance against the Double Trouble.
Well, the Rad Boys do have a mystery partner. It was not announced.
Oh, we got one more thing to say. Everything we said just happens to be SAKT fact.
I'm not sure that Tyler Brooks passed third grade spelling. I believe there's a C somewhere in that word, but FAKT fact.
120 ounces of Bang energy drink out of Poolsville, USA. Brandon Elliott, Bang Jake Wily. They are the Rad Boys.
Braden Elliott, Jake Wily, caffeinated to the gills and ready to go. But who is their mystery partner? Who will help them combat the troublesome trio of the Troublemakers? As I said, do not, hey, there we are, hello. I'm going to have to blame Braden Elliott when I need blood pressure medication because he snuck up on me and he was running so fast. Those energy drinks will do that to you. And before we get our main event underway, once again, thank you for joining us. This has been the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation at the Nightmare Castle in Johnstown.
APWF. Our tag team partner is none other than the Shockmaster!
Uncle Fred!
No, it's not.
Uncle Fred! What do you mean it's not?
Oh, that's right. Our tag partner is bigger and badder than the Shockmaster. Because our tag partner is Paxton Calloway in the house!
No way. I've been here all day. I didn't see Paxton Calloway. You can't miss Paxton Calloway. Paxton Calloway is 7 feet tall. Where's he been all day? Is he here? He is! A true and literal giant has answered the call, and Glenn Spectre is losing his mind in the ring. Paxton Calloway, one of the true giants of professional wrestling, is here in the main event of the APWF. Calloway is he's gigantic. And here we go, it's main event time. My name's Jim Amato, you are watching the main event of APWF Nightmare at the Castle here in Johnstown, the Troublemakers of Canaan Kristopher, Tyler Brooks, and Glenn Spectre are met with the challenge of the Rad Boys and the gigantic Paxton Calloway. Glenn Spectre is a longtime veteran of professional wrestling, but I don't think he's ever been in the ring with someone as big as Paxton Calloway. Tandem offense from the Rad Boys, one of the best tag teams anywhere on the independent circuit. Look out. Nice double team offense, pancaking the Troublemakers. The size of Paxton Calloway is just scary. Exhibit A right there. Whatever Tyler Brooks had for lunch may be on the floor of this building pretty soon. And the Troublemakers wanted a war, and I think they got one. As Braden Elliott just took out everybody. Paxton Calloway's a damn skyscraper. Oh no, look out! Wily's a human missile! I hope the Troublemakers have good health insurance. Look out here, Elliott giving chase. We make it back to some semblance of a tag matchup, God willing. And there's the wild card at ringside, just that small assist. Now giving the Troublemakers some reprieve. And if the Troublemakers have any chance here, it may be isolating one of the Rad Boys in their corner, because they've got Godzilla in the opposing corner. Cover here. And one thing we know for sure, Glenn Spectre and the Troublemakers made it well known, well in advance before this event, that they were going to run the roost. They were going to have their fingerprints all over this event here in Johnstown. And what egg on the face it would be if they are shown up by the Rad Boys and Paxton Calloway. And this is really the MO of the Troublemakers, because they work so well, considering that Kristopher, Brooks, and Lexus Synn all trained together, debuted in the sport together, have really grown as athletes in the sport together. And obviously under the tutelage of that man right there, Glenn Spectre, that taught them everything he knows. Spectre, not only a longtime veteran of the independent circuit, has also toured internationally in Japan, was the first Gaijin or foreigner to win the DDT Tag Team Championships in Japan. And if you want to know how much chaos Glenn Spectre can cause, again, just go to indiewrestling.us And you can see that Spectre has been making an impact along with the Troublemakers everywhere around the circuit. And it's a good thing Mark Charles is wearing dark pants because having Paxton Calloway mad at you is obviously intimidating to say the least. Spectre here is so textbook inside his windows. He delivered the damage, had his opponent down on the canvas, and went for that cover.
That's right. The Troublemakers have control now. Get down, kid.
And look at the reach of Paxton Calloway. Spectre has to keep Braden Elliott nearly in the center of the ring, otherwise Calloway may be able to make the tag. That is how long the wingspan is of one Paxton Calloway. Wait a minute, Canaan Kristopher from the blind side trying to take Calloway out of the equation. And the one thing you can say here is that if Calloway is not on that apron, he cannot make the tag to legally get in this matchup. So they are inadvertently isolating Paxton Calloway, who is stalking Canaan Kristopher like Jason Voorhees. Cover here, finds 2.5. Elliott in a bad way here, in the wrong part of town, in the wrong corner. In comes Spectre, blindsides Paxton Calloway. Well, I hope that merchandise survives, because there won't be enough left for a scratch and dent sale given the size of Paxton Calloway. Braden Elliott going to try to make it to the corner. Tyler Brooks tags into Spectre, who immediately wants to make sure that no tag happens. Man, Spectre is just a bully inside those ring ropes. Elliott hangs on, but I don't know how much. Elliott looks out of it here. He sustained punishment for the past several minutes. And in the main event, who are we going to see come out victorious here? Spectre looks to be closer to a tag. He makes it. And like a bear trap on the ankle of Elliott. Canaan Kristopher trying to halt the progress. Oh, man. That was a car crash. I don't know how long Elliott can fight off these odds, though. Miscue from the Troublemakers. Look out here. He got it. And Wily is rolling. And there we're seeing Lexus Synn making her presence known. And that's all it took. That is all it took for the offense of the Rad Boyz to be shut down. This one is wild. This one has broken down. And at this juncture, I'm going to state the obvious. Paxton Calloway is who the Rad Boyz need to make the tag to. What strength from Kristopher. And you can see how seamless the teamwork is of the Troublemakers. Paxton Calloway is seething on that ring apron. I don't know if Jake Wily is going to be able to fight his way out of this because the numbers are against him. Makes that tag. Mark Charles saw it. And I believe that Spectre and Kristopher are going to have their lives flash before their eyes. And speaking of their lives flashing before their eyes, I believe Tyler Brooks is the youngest of this trio. Canaan Kristopher, such a tremendous athlete here. But even he is manhandled by Calloway. Spectre blindsided the big man. And Spectre rallying the troops. I'm not sure what he has planned, but it may take all three of the Troublemakers to make a difference here. And Calloway just shrugged them all off. As he is swatting the Troublemakers with those bear paws that he calls hands. Look out! Rocket launcher from the stratosphere. What in the world is going to happen next? Tyler Brooks hit the floor hard. I wish I could tell you who's legal, but I lost track a long time ago. Oh, man. They got him!
Your winner, the Troublemakers.
That tag into Jake Wily was a mistake. Unfortunately, that tag is what allowed the Troublemakers to finish the job. It was anarchy. There was so much chaos, I didn't even realize that Wily was legal. And like it or not, the Troublemakers have absolutely claimed their territory, claimed their turf here in the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. But I don't think Paxton Calloway is going to go away quietly. Hey, Glenn, turn around, pal. No, that is not the Shockmaster, Glenn. That is still Paxton Calloway, who is about a foot taller than Spectre. I believe that is an exclamation point on what Calloway and the Rad Boys think of Spectre and the Troublemakers. And if I'm getting the signal, I believe we're going to wrap things up here from the Kastle. My name's Jim Amato for IndieWrestling.us for APWF. We will see you in 2025.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.